guys, what's up? Alright, I was going to throw in one more bonus Labor Day marathon of Shaolin 101, which is supposed to be the theme, the Kung Fu theme I decided to pick. But I decided I'm not going to label this as a Labor Day Shaolin 101 marathon. Fuck it. Even though it has South Shaolin versus North Shaolin, right? The problem with this movie is the fucking title is so misleading. And I hate when I see movies with misleading titles. You know, when you title something, it needs to live up to the hype for some reason. Yes, you got your Shaolin, South and North. But the problem is they do not even fight each other. You would think that. Now, let me recommend you two movies with the Shaolin versus theme before I go on. This is my collection. Shaolin Temple Against Lama, which is another good movie you need to check out. And this is the movie I try to review instead of this one to continue with the theme of versus, but it didn't have the versus title on it. It's called Invincible Shaolin. Invincible Shaolin is an excellent movie. It does have North versus South Shaolin in this one, and it's also a Shaw Brothers classic, which I wish I reviewed it first instead of this one. But I promise you, I decided to do this as a future release, Invincible Shaolin. So just remember those two movies if you want to check them out, or just check them on YouTube. Hopefully somebody might post it. But anyway, I'm going to have hope with this review, and I'm going to get full credit because I need to explain this shit right, hopefully. There's a website called it's a beautiful film with fighting for. The reviewers specialize in talking about different kung fu movies and action movies, what it looked like to me. And this review is this review is by B. Matthews, done by September 2nd of 2009, and the movie was done in 1984. Let me give you my own review. The movie starts off with this. It looked like a lord or a general gonna kill the emperor, and then he wants to kill the baby, and I think the baby was probably a prince, right? So the prince was taken away, and the baby was on the on the tree branch. Some Shaolin monk took the baby with him, and I guess the monk, of course, the monk grew up. The baby grew up to become a monk, and it's like the general needs to kill the last kid, the last prince. And if I'm corrected, I don't know. I'm going to have hope with this review. I think the movie has two princes, I think, and I think one of them died because I didn't see him after this fucking movie, by the way. And the last prince was the monk. He was trained by the North Shaolin monks, and his general goes to the North Shaolin looking for the last prince. I don't think he knew he was a prince by mistake, but no, he was going after the other prince, and he killed all the Northern monks, while the second monk, who happens to be the second prince, if I'm corrected, went back to the North Shaolin Temple, while he was going to go to the South Shaolin Temple to go to the tournament fight as a contest then. But anyway, he found that all the Northern monks was destroyed by the general, and then he goes for revenge, pretty much. But went to the Southern monks. He started training and stuff. One of the rebels' father got kidnapped. The daughter comes trying to save her dad. She got defeated by the general. But anyway, while the prince monk was training, the second prince monk, I think, and he was trained in martial arts, and then he goes after the general to fight him, and you got a lot of campy modes, like he fight the Shaolin monk. He had to find ghosts, ninjas that blow on fire. I mean, I don't know. The movie was good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like story-wise, it was easy to follow. I hope I'm right. And the martial arts was good. The problem was just the fucking title is misleading. Another problem is that North and South Shaolin did not fight against each other, which you think it would happen, but did not in this movie. So pretty much that was my big disappointment in this movie, even though it has so much potential. If they have added something with North and South Shaolin fighting against each other, like at least a contest, like similar to what's the other movie, Shaolin, like Shaolin versus Wu Tang, or something like Shaolin versus Ninja. I think I'm right. When I have like a little friendly contest, like Shaolin versus Ninja movie I just reviewed, when I have a contest against the ninjas and the Shaolin monks challenging each other. If they have added one scene like that, I would probably accepted this movie fully. But no, it did not added that. It was just like and appearance like. So fighting wise was good. Story wise was simple. Just if you especially with North versus South Shaolin going against each other, it's not going to happen here, and you're definitely going to be disappointed by the title of it. They should have changed the title. That's all it is. But anyway, guys, peace and see you later. And also check out those two movies I just mentioned: Shaolin Temple against Lama and Invincible Shaolin, which I feel like Invincible Shaolin was the true North versus South Shaolin movie. By the way, peace. See you.